Hey, good day everybody. Welcome back to the channel. This is Juice. So today's video is going to be about dogfight survival. It's not the authority on how to survive a dogfight because there is no fight that's the same. This is a dogfight that I was involved with on a TVT server that I was hosting. TVT stands for Team versus Team. I like to run TVT versus PvP because PvP is almost anything goes, whereas TVT we actually try to do teamwork and stuff. And there's some lessons learned that I want to share in this video with a little bit of a detailed debrief. Now, apologies up front. The video is 1080p. I uploaded this over 5 years ago, so the actual mission and flight might have been almost 6 years ago. This is back when Nevada 2.0 first came out. You can see that it's the desert is really washed out. The gamma settings hadn't come in for adjustment yet, and this is in the F-15 Flaming Cliffs before the Hornet came out. So you guys know my history already, when I started flying DCS, what airplanes I bought first, and where I'm at now. I used to think that I was a pretty good F-15 dogfighter until I met Tyro and Beardy and realized how much I did not know about air combat. And that's part of the purpose of the air warfare group, is to take a few individuals that we like to fly with and train them with real-world references and with a little bit of limited knowledge what we have through our association with fighter pilots and aviators. So in this video I'm going to be pausing it from time to time and breaking down each different point. To give you the foreshadowing of the mission, I was hosting a team versus team, so it's red versus blue, and I'm on the red side. The red side has the flanker paint scheme Eagles, and the blue side has the regular grayscale. And then we also have Mirages in this, and I think a couple other airplanes that we added in it, maybe the F5s and stuff. So you'll see a Mirage in here, and I'll have a story about that too. So without further ado, let's go ahead and unpause it. Okay, I'm on defense right now. I am pretty confident that I can stay out of this guy's weapons employment zone, at the WES. I'm pretty confident that he's not going to get me with his gun. I'm just trying to get my wingman, who you see there in the bottom, just went out of picture now. He's coming back in. So if I pause it, I'm right in the middle of the screen. Over here on this part, if you look at my mouse to the left, that's where the bandit is, and here's my wingman. So I'm trying to create a situation where my wingman can pick this guy off my tail without getting killed myself. And my wingman is just spraying and praying. And I don't think we had unlimited ammo on this. We may have, but most likely we didn't. So go ahead and unpause it. So I'm just basically trying to keep out of the zone for the bandit, and I'm just kind of tighten up. I do a fake redefinition there to see if I can get him to go nose low, and then I'm extending. I've still got good energy state. Over-G'ing. There he is. He's going around the outside slide, and then my wingman's kind of going, he's not flying a straight profile to him. Now, right here, I know that he's in a good spot to get a shot, and I can see him. I'm watching him with FaceTrackNOIR, and I can see him over my shoulder. And of course, the track file is long gone, and it probably wouldn't work today anyway, with all the track file problems that DCS is having. But I see him over my shoulder, and I see, wow, he is right about to shoot, and I just can tell. And I go ahead, do a hard brake and roll the lift vector towards the ground to keep the speed up, and you'll see what happens with his gun. And he sprays a little bit too late. He probably had me in his funnel for a minute, and then, okay, as soon as I hang up there, I wasted a lot of energy to get out of that guns break right there. And what I've got to do now is I've got to get my energy back. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the lift vector to the ground and pull in an afterburner. So there's my wingman coming up from the bottom right here. You can see him spraying and praying still. My wingman was Scuzzlebutt. I don't fly with him very much anymore. He's moved on to a little bit less hardcore venue, but Scuzzlebutt's trying to take out this guy here, who we don't even know who he is, because this was a public server that we hosted. This guy is a random player, and I never went back to see what his name was or anything like that. So Scuzzle's trying to hit him. There's another aircraft out there zooming and booming. They're just basically trying to take targets of opportunity. So I'm trying to extend and build up some energy again. So I'm going down for the deck. And again, you can see I'm in the middle of the screen. There's the bandit just high and left, and then way over here flashing right below where it says kill this bandit on my 6 is Scuzzlebutt. So I'll show you what happens here. So I'm trying to extend, but I'm also trying to keep the Bandit close to Scuzzle. So I get down to the deck, I over G there. I brought this airplane back bent for sure. So then I'm going to go redefine and head for the hills. And then I want to get his radar swept into the ground clutter. So there I turn out, I'm going over to the next range. And I'm continuing my circle. I've got good energy, watching out for the deck. Now you got to realize back in the day DCS clouds weren't synced, but I didn't know that. So I thought I'd fly into a cloud, the guy would lose me. So right here I decided to keep the circle, keep it going, keep the energy straight about the same, or the speed about the same, and I'm trying to keep the arc so that my wingman can basically get inside this guy's control zone and kill him. And so I go to the left, trying to disappear over the ridge again. There goes a Mirage. That's a Mirage zipping by right there. Here comes my Bandit. He's engaging. He's still stuck on me. And watch what my wingman does. My wingman goes, squirrel! And he takes off and he's trying to get the Mirage. He just says, well, I can't kill this guy. I'll go kill this guy. And I go, no! So at this point, I am pissed at Scuzzlebutt. I'm like, never leave your flight lead. And Scuzzlebutt just goes ADD on me. And so I get pissed, and by the way, the Mirage pilot was another friend of ours, Lone. He's up there. And Scuzzlebutt and I are on comms together, but Lone and his wingman aren't on comms together. So Lone just comes into the fight, didn't tell us it was him until afterwards. So I'm pissed. So I'm going to drag this Bandit up into that cluster of Lone and Scuzzlebutt. So I go ahead and look for them, pushing up for them, trying to find them. They're above me right now. And so then I go for a high excursion over the top, and I'm going right to about where I think the clouds are, and then I'm cutting back down. I'm using that. I'm basically pulling back down. I'm going to try to create an overshoot situation where he goes up and overshoots. And at this point, I'm focused on don't hit the ground, don't hit the deck, get back into the weeds, get the energy up. I'm doing about 400 knots right now. And then I notice that my RWR is not screaming at me, so I'm looking around, checking my 6, checking the ground, checking my 6, looking around, watch out for the deck. And then all of a sudden my gun tracking radar picks up something that's hung up by the clouds where I just went over. And that's the guy that was chasing me, and he's now lost. He doesn't know where I'm at. So he's kind of low energy state right now. He's trying to redefine. He went over the top, lost me. So I am like shaking right now. Notice the gun. I'm like first I'm pissed my wingman left me to die. And now I'm like, oh my, I can't believe that I got this opportunity. This is luck. And so I was determined not to give up. So I got a couple hits on him there on the tail. And I just, okay, hold down, save your ammo, save your ammo. Yeah, I've got 453 rounds left. And then I get a couple more sprays there, get a hit. Now I say, okay, slow down, get him on the pipper, get him in there. Get a couple more hits, and I said, let's take this guy out. I want this guy to hurt. All right. Now, if I back it up a little bit, let's back it up just a hair. So remember my wingman Scuzzle and that Mirage? Well, they impacted each other. If you see those two black streaks up at the top left, they basically flew into each other and died. So out of the 4 ship involved in this pseudo engagement, yours truly is the only one that survived, only because I was lucky, not because I had any skill. Like I said, this was over 6 years ago, or approximately 6 years ago, so I didn't realize how much I still have to learn. And that's the whole point about air combat, is it's ongoing training, tactics change. Some of the basic principles are there, the foundations all the way back to World War I and aerial combat, but in this situation you always have to be able to adapt and improvise as you get through the fight. So here we go. I want to kill this guy. Squirt, squirt, squirt. He comes apart. He goes to get a new jet, and I do a little victory flyby and say call it quits. And my lesson from that is never give up. Never leave your wingman. Never say never. Never say die. That's it. I hope you guys like this little breakdown debrief. This is Juice. Stand by for a more detailed video on some things that we're working on with TacView. If you haven't seen it yet, go over to our community tab and see some of the developments that we're helping TacView come up with from the Air Warfare group. It should be great for the community. We're trying to get all these new data points in so that we can see things like the control zone, like the post, and like the attack window, so that it helps you guys during your debriefs to see what errors and mistakes you're making and do it better next time. So if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do. Share and like, and like I said, Air Warfare Group, I say it in almost all my videos, we're non-commercial. We don't do ads, we don't do AdSense, we don't take money. We do these because we want to share with the community and help make the community better. And you guys are part of that community, so we love your feedback, love your comments. We'll see you in the next video. Cheers.